Thank you everyone. Today I will discuss about oxygen. Oxygen, its symbol is O. Its formula is O2 because 2 is the atomicity of oxygen. It is the symbol and it is the formula of oxygen. And oxygen is the second largest component in air. Nearly 21% of air is oxygen. Its presence in air was proved by French scientist Lavoisier. Also, oxygen is the most abundant element in the earth. What do you mean by abundant? Abundant means available in large quantity. So, oxygen is available in large quantity in the earth. It is obtained in the free state, that means in the form of oxygen, and as well as in combined state. Combined state means in the form of compound. Like some oxides, some nitrate, some carbonates, these compounds have oxygen. Now we read about the preparation of oxygen. Now the preparation of oxygen. Oxygen is obtained by electrolysis of water. Water contains water contains oxygen. Now what do you mean by electrolysis? Electrolysis means the electricity is passed through the water and water gets decomposed. That means when electricity is passed through acidified water, it means water decomposes into hydrogen and oxygen. This is water. It decomposes into hydrogen and water. Now the question is, why we take acidified water? Because of water is not good conductor of electricity. That is why few drops of sulfuric acid is added with water, and for this the water carry electricity and it decomposes into hydrogen and oxygen. Now the question is, how we pass electricity through the water, and this is the arrangement of the electrolysis of water. Here we use two metallic rod. These two metallic rod through which the electricity is passed through the liquid. These two metallic rod is known as electrodes. Here the definition of electrodes: the metallic rod through which electricity is passed into liquid is known as electrode. So these two are the electrodes. This electrode is joined with the positive end of the battery, and this electrode is joined with the negative end of the battery. The electrode that is connected with positive end of the battery is known as anode, and the electrode that is connected with negative end of the battery is known as cathode. That means anode is the positive electrodes and cathode is the negative electrodes. When hydrogen and oxygen is formed, then oxygen is formed at anode and hydrogen is formed at cathode. Now the definition of cathode. Cathode is the electrodes that is connected with the positive end of the electric cell, and the anode is the electrode that is connected with negative end of the electric cell. Now this is the way how we get oxygen from water. Now preparation of oxygen by thermal decomposition. Some compound like HGO, PbO2 or KNO3 or NaNO3, when heated strongly they produce oxygen. The oxygen is obtained by thermal decomposition of metallic oxide like this and metallic nitrate like potassium nitrate and sodium nitrate. Now take one example. Here when the potassium chlorate KClO3, the potassium chlorate, when heated at about 350 degrees centigrade, then it decomposes into potassium chloride. Here the potassium chloride KCl and produce oxygen. And in this reaction MnO2 manganese dioxide is used as positive catalyst, and this third bracket shows that this substance is a catalyst. Here in presence of manganese dioxide MnO2 as positive catalyst, potassium chlorate, this is, produce oxygen at about 350 degrees centigrade temperature. Here also potassium chloride, it is a potassium chloride and it is the potassium chlorate. Now the question is, what is catalyst? Now catalyst a substance that changes the speed of chemical reaction without itself undergoing any permanent chemical change. That means catalyst is a chemical substance that remains present in chemical reaction and change the speed of the chemical reactions. That means it can decrease the speed of reaction, it can increase the speed of reaction. That means it can increase or decrease the speed of the chemical reaction, but it does not change itself. That means without itself undergoing any permanent chemical change, after reaction it remains as it is. This is the catalyst. In the previous example, when the potassium chlorate is heated, then the manganese dioxide used as positive catalyst. That means manganese dioxide increase the decomposition of potassium chlorate into potassium chloride and oxygen. After chemical reaction, manganese dioxide remains as it is. Now there are the two types of catalyst. One is the positive catalyst and the is the negative catalyst. What is positive catalyst? It increases the catalyst, it increases the speed of the chemical reaction. Negative catalyst, it is a catalyst that decreases the speed of chemical reaction. Now the question is, how we prepare oxygen in our laboratory. To prepare oxygen in laboratory, we use the chemicals hydrogen peroxide, the formula is H2O2, hydrogen peroxide, and manganese dioxide, MnO2. Here the main reactant is H2O2, hydrogen peroxide. Here the manganese dioxide here also used as a positive catalyst. Now at normal temperature, hydrogen peroxide decomposes itself into water and oxygen. So H2O2 decomposes into water and oxygen. And here manganese dioxide is used as a positive catalyst. That means it increases the decomposition of H2O2. In presence of manganese dioxide, this reaction, that means this reaction takes place very fast and liberates oxygen. This is the chemical reaction. You have to write down in language. This is the chemical reaction and this is the chemical equation. Here the H2O2 must be H2O2, don't cancel 2. H2O2, it is the hydrogen peroxide, gives water and oxygen, and Na2 acts as a positive catalyst. Now the question is how we collect oxygen gas. Here the produced oxygen comes out from reaction flux through the delivery tube and gets collected in the gas jar by downward displacement of water. What do you mean by the downward displacement of water? Say this is a gas jar. First of all, this gas jar was filled with water, and a delivery tube. This is a delivery tube. It is a delivery tube. The oxygen gas comes through this delivery tube, and this oxygen gas comes out from the delivery tube and collected here in the top of the test tube, and water goes down, comes out in the downward direction, and it is known as the downward displacement of water. In this process, the gas oxygen is collected. Thank you.